Hi guys. Okay, so I had this spur of the moment idea for this segment called What's Done in the Dark. And I'm very much a daytime person. I very much operate off of the energy of the sun. So I don't spend a whole lot of time up late at night. But I just thought kind of once in a while, I know also for my readings, I really do try to take a perspective of looking at people. I mean, looking at the 3D situations, but trying to look at people from a higher perspective and understand the why of perhaps why they're acting, this way or that way. And I understand that, you know what I mean? I know I kind of have a certain level of purity to me, but I have a dark side too. I have shadows too. That's what this entire journey is about, is acknowledging, accepting, and integrating that shadows, or the shadow side of yourself. So my thought for this segment is, why don't we hear what your person wants to say to you? And these are the things that they really don't want to say to you, right? These are kind of the secrets, and they don't have the courage to say it, or they can't say it for some reason, whatever it may be. These are the words that they want to say to you, though. I'm going to use this deck. This is what your person wants to say to you. The Empress. Ooh. The Devil. The Sun. Oh my God. Ooh. Oh, two more, I guess. The Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. This is really amazing energy though. The Empress, they see you as just being this fertile, abundant, nurturing, creative, sort of magical person. That's how they see you. They're just in awe of you every day. And the Devil next to it is, this person has a lot of obsession for you. He's definitely very physically attracted to you, but it is it is really kind of borderline obsession. Like everything you do is just amazing to this person. The Sun is, again, you are this person's happiness. You are the center of their solar system, that their sort of day-to-day world revolves around you. Eight of Pentacles shows that they're just, all they want to do is work towards this future with you. And the Seven of Pentacles, that's about planting seeds. This person may want to get you pregnant as well, is kind of what I feel like from this. Let me get a couple of these. Again, this is kind of my sneaky deck, the Russian deck, but what are kind of some of the dark things that they want to say to you? Their shadows. What's a message from their shadow? Tower. Wow. The Three of Pentacles. I have to check. I think this is the devil again in the Russian deck. Sila. I have to check. I think 13 is the devil, isn't it? Oh, that's not in English. That's not helpful. I mean, I can read a little, but not in this light. Anyway, yeah, no, I think it is. I think 13's the devil. I'm 99.9666% sure that Major Arcana 13 is the devil. Okay. Okay. The Four of Cups. Ooh. Oh. Oh. What happened here? Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. But, you know, it's dark. I'm trying something new. And these are taking me back to the Russian cards. And frankly, my Russian's not like super good enough. I want to say that that's the High Priestess. It's Major Arcana 2. I don't remember the numbers though. That's not what I do. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm also double checking on the devil. Oh, of course, it's a page that Zariah 8. No. That's not death. I think in this deck that it is the devil. Because she's like the three-breasted beast on the, you know, 7-headed dragon. Okay, but I think that, let's see. Okay, puppies. I mean, you're not doing much for the ambiance when you're chewing on each other's faces. Quit. I am sorry. Yeah, it's the High Priestess. Okay, so I was right on that. Right. Okay. So we're back in here. The Empress clarified by the Tower. In terms of, these are, again, remember, his shadow messages. So I feel like there's a fear because he sees you as being the Empress. He sees you as being just so amazing. Like, honestly, he's shocked that he got you, that he was like worthy of you, that, you know, that I feel like it's both shock that he's with you, but also that, or interested. You guys may not be together, but he's shocked that you're putting your time and attention into him. Like, why me? Because that's the other thing is I think that there's a real self-limiting belief that this person has that they're going to lose you in the end. And so be mindful of that too, that this person may have that driving fear behind some of their interactions with you, just that they're kind of convinced that someday they're going to lose you. the devil, their obsession, clarified by the Three of Pentacles. I see that as, okay, so this person does have a lot of obsessions towards you, but they may have other obsessions and or sort of like toxic or addictive, sort of aspects in their life. And what I'm seeing is that says that this card says, like, I'm working on it. They want you to know that they're aware that they do have like these toxic elements to them, but they are trying to work on them. So the Sun, they see you as being their happiness. And the Devil comes up to clarify that. And again, that they kind of, I get the vision that I just got was sort of like a roller coaster. That sometimes that this person is acknowledging that they can go into a cycle of real highs and lows with you. I'm just trying to see if there's an additional message as to the why, but that they do that it's almost, I'm just seeing that it's an actual imbalance in this person's sort of like emotional or even like, like chemical mental health. Like this person may suffer from depression or bipolar or something like that, where there's like, a chemical imbalance, but that they acknowledge that they sort of go up into this high note with you where they're really connective and they're really with you, and you are like everything, like you are their happiness. You're sort of like their shield from like all the shitty stuff that's happening in the rest of their life. Like you are their shield for that. But they're acknowledging that because they struggle with this imbalance in like their emotions or their mood regulation, that they know that they come back down as well into that kind of devil energy and toxicity. And then they just want you, I mean, like I said, I just kept seeing that they just want you to understand that they're sort of like a passenger of that experience just as much as you are in some ways. And that's not to negate, I mean, that's never to excuse abuse or manipulation or anything like that. But I think this person is just trying to give you that perspective. Eight of Pentacles, that's the, the working towards this future building. And the Four of Cups. I think this person wants to say that sometimes they've been disappointed in the level of hard work that it's taken to build this relationship. And of course, yeah, it is hard work. That is what having a relationship is. It's hard work. Not every day are you going to be feeling it, right? Like you're not going to be madly in love every day. Some days you may want to, punch somebody in the throat, right? But you know that too. That's the sense I'm getting from this card is that too. You've more found peace in that, and accepted that there are going to be good days and bad days, and that a lot of days it is just going to be like trudging through and it's hard work. You've accepted that. But I think that your person is still kind of in that space where he's trying to accept it. He does always want to help you. He does always want to connect with you. But sometimes the additional message I'm getting from this card is that he feels a little bit inadequate, that a lot of times you tell him I'm fine, I don't need your help. And so that may be an area too for you to open up in, is to be, you're a very independent energy. You're a very independent person. And what I'm getting is that you may not often ask for help or even be willing to accept help. And this person wants to help you because it does make them feel more like maybe, strong or confident, or like they have value to you. This person kind of needs that still, Okay, so Seven of Pentacles, which is kind of like planting seeds and having hope for the future. The High Priestess clarifies that, which can be secrets, but it can also be, sort of divination. I think that they're seeing the spiritual side of you. You may have been, especially with the Sun here, you may have recently have started or been going through a spiritual awakening. And that this person has been seeing that that's such a big component and aspect of your life. And that they do want to plant seeds in that with you. I think it's a little bit scary for them. I'm sure it's been scary for you, right? Because going through an awakening, it's, there's some rainbows and unicorn days, and there's some days that are absolutely the hardest in your life. And so this person may be kind of standing on the sidelines though, and then it's even scarier because that person's not experiencing it firsthand like you are. With the awakening, they're just kind of seeing that like suddenly you're just like changing and you're all of a sudden very different, or you're doing very different things, or you just completely changed. You said, I'm going to just move somewhere, or I'm going to change my job, or, go in a totally different direction some way or another. And this person is feeling insecure about like, hey, I want to be a part of your future too, even if I don't understand it, even if it's a total mystery to me right now. I want to be part of that. Okay. So I like this. I am going to let's get some messages from your person to you. This is all about you. Normally I try and do both perspectives or multiple perspectives, but I think what's done in the dark is just going to be about you. Because F what everybody else thinks. Okay. There's no good reason for the way I acted. I wish I can apologize. Shame on me, I put others before you soon after I realized they were of no value to me. Yeah, and this person, we talked that this person may have some, somewhat toxic behaviors or addictions or something, kind of patterns of behaviors that they're working through. And that may be involving other people in your situation. And I think he's having an awakening about that. I wasn't ready for what you were offering. And I regret my past mistakes and wish I had another chance with you. Yeah, so if this person may have made a big mistake, that also caused that tower moment. And they're definitely regretting it. And, and just to talk about that for a second, because boundaries are super important. Even if you understand why someone does something, it doesn't excuse the doing of it, right? Especially if it hurts you, and especially if it's a pattern of behavior that remains unchanged. Because if someone says they're going to do better and then they just do the same thing over and over, that is not, that's manipulation. That's just apologizing so that you give them another chance to hurt you. Sorry, I kind of went away with that for a second. But what I was going to say is that at the same time, this healing is a journey, and it's not fast. It's, you know, it takes years and years, and we never stop. Once we awaken and we start healing, we never stop healing. It's a lifelong journey. So, but what I'm saying is, just even if you are on that path, if you're already awakening or along the awakening process, just think about, you know, like how quickly you start to transform after you go through that awakening process. And think about the things that you have gained so much experience or bravery with in terms of making decisions and choices that you didn't have before that awakening. I mean, think about those things, because, you know, when you look back at 6 months, 2 years, 6 years, like, think about how massively your maturity and growth and everything else has changed in those sorts of quantities of time. I mean, it's the person 6 years ago might be nigh on unrecognizable from where you are today if you've gone through an awakening, right? Like, you know, when you think about the types of choices that you were making then, you'd be like, oh my God. And so think about if your partner made the kinds of choices that you made then, right? Because, and they may be, they may be making the same kind of choices that you had made, you know, 6 months or 2 years or 6 years ago, because they haven't learned that lesson yet. They hadn't walked through that path. You've already done it, and that's now why it's common sense and second nature to you, is because you already know, you know, the painful experience that comes through those sorts of choices on the other side. This person is still learning that lesson. And so I'm not saying to be a doormat and that you need to condone or just be a-okay with those sorts of mistakes or behaviors, but at the same time, recognize that you too also had to make those sorts of mistakes in order to gain that wisdom and knowledge. So just keep that in mind, that this person, even if they have hurt you in some way, they're hurting too, because they're going through those same challenges and lessons then. And the difference is the way in which I think it's easier after you've awakened, because frankly, a lot of the challenges that I've gotten since I've awakened have been horrific, like on a 3D level, like almost unbearable. But I think they're easier in some ways, because I do have that faith and understanding and knowledge of like the universe and my place within it, that I know that everything is here to teach me, right? So keep that in mind, is that these lessons that you guys are going through right now are built exactly for you, and you guys are going to get through them. I like this energy between you and your person. And frankly, think about it. You know, your person may be a little bit messy, but, you know, would you want someone that was completely perfect? I mean, I think our cracks are what make us interesting. So, you know, and there's a difference between someone that's all cracks and they're basically just some shattered gravel, and, you know, like something that can still hold water, but has interest in sort of the, you know, the cracks within it, you know, demonstrate its both history and resilience. And so we can kind of think of each other, you know, along those terms to some degree. Okay. And I'm just going to pull out really quickly. I think I went long with this reading, but I like it. Okay. Hope. And within. The hope card, I mean, I do see a lot of hope for this relationship. It does look actually really strong, and I love this sort of like very honest communication about, you know, some very difficult things to say, tough issues, and within. And I think that that's just a reminder to both of you to make sure that you are going within, to connect to that wisdom, right, of each other's perspectives in this situation. This person does love you desperately and dearly. They are, this is a ride or die. This is a ride or die here, right? But yeah, we all have darkness that we struggle with and that we deal with. And, you know, here's the thing about relationships, right? I think life is always tough. And yeah, like dealing with other people's darkness on top of your own can be a really, really tough thing. But at the same time, when you walk in the dark, it's really nice to have someone's hand to hold on to, right? And I feel like that's what you guys are doing with each other. But at the same time, remember to still go within yourself. Okay, so let me know what you guys think of this segment, if you like it or not. And help me build my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, all of that. But yeah, if you like this What's Done in the Dark segment, please give me some feedback in the comments and let me know. All right. Good night, guys.